Don't inhale. Inhale the chili. Okay. Childhood. Memories, laughs, and scars all thrown into the Vitamix of time and left to blend until you can't remember if your first pet or your first crush wore a flea collar. For me, growing up in the land of enchantment, each day was a variation on the theme of sibling fights, sunsets, sand, and of course, ingesting large quantities of green chili. In New Mexico, they put green chili in baby bottles, in salsa, on burgers, sopapillas, beef jerky, heck, even cupcakes and coffee. So to sum up, sibling fights and chili. Which brings us back to this. But what to do with it? The first step is to roast it. The smell of fall in the land of sand is indeed the burning bits of chili skin. The air is thick with it. But you can roast it at home. If it's your first time, your goal is to cover the entire chili with black. You're going to protest. You're going to think you're ruining it. You aren't. You're making it better. This is one of the few times I'm going to endorse high heat and blackened food. When they're finished, they'll look like this. Throw them in a paper bag, not plastic. If you want to eat plastic, chew on a credit card. For the stew, we'll need 1.5 pounds of roast or pork shoulder or any other marbled meat, 1 onion, 1 head of garlic, 4 green chili pods, 4 to 6 red potatoes, depending on how starchy you want to get, 1 container of chicken stock, 2 cups of stewed tomatoes, and some salt and pepper to taste. Now, on to the beef. I'm using a rump roast because, you guessed it, it was on sale. I'm cubing the meat before throwing it in the pressure cooker. Side note, pressure cookers are amazing. One pot to rule them all. Set it to brown or saute and start getting some flavor into that meat. We're not cooking them all the way through, just browning them. Now while that's happening, prep your other veggies. Let's start with the onions because you'll need them next. Your size should be dictated by whatever spoon you'll be using to eat the stew. Your beef should be done. Take it out and glory in the fond you just created at the bottom of your pan. That's flavor, and that's going to loosen up when we throw the onions and chicken broth in there. Now, the chili. They may look black, but magic! I'm using the back of my knife because my newborn is fond of chewing on Pops' fingers, then rubbing his eyes. If you've ever peeled 50 pounds of chili and then rubbed your eye, you know that feel. I'll spare him that. Squeeze the seeds out and again, chop it so it fits on your spoon. I barely had time to cut my garlic before the onions were ready. Cover the onions with the meat, throw in the green chili and garlic, and set the pressure cooker for 20 minutes. That should give you time to get your potatoes ready and start your tortillas. All I'm doing here is using my knife and peeler to take out some of the deeper eyes and blemishes. It's really just potato 101 here. If it looks rotten, sprouted, or dirty, clean it up. Eat the potato you want to eat. For the tortillas, I'm using a recipe from Mexico en Mi Cocina. I'll put the link in the description. We'll need 2.5 cups of AP flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/3 cup of lard, 1 cup of hot water. Sifting the dry ingredients, just make sure you don't have a clump of salt in a single tortilla. I'm using honest to goodness lard. I've used bacon fat, coconut oil, olive oil, but for sabor auténtico, I choose lard. Smash the fat until your dough is crumbly, then slowly add the water. When I say slowly, I mean it. Dough. Any dough can go from crumbly to soup in just a few tablespoons of well-meaning water. Knead it until it feels smooth and elastic. Separate it into 10 even pieces. You can close enough it if you want. I didn't. Roll this dough into little tostales and set them aside to rest for 30 minutes. The first round of cooking is finished. Vent your stew and get ready to add your potatoes and tomatoes. Then it goes back under pressure for a quick 10 minutes. This 2-step cooking trick comes from my Mexican mom who's been making this stew since she was allowed in the kitchen. Tortillas should be close, so grab some flour and a rolling pin and prepare to get humbled. Seriously, for me, perfectly round tortillas are unicorns. Shapes I can make include eggs, lumpy SpongeBobs, and even an occasional octagon. But circles? Ha! As for cooking, the pan should be hot and ungreased. Flipping with hands is optional. I do it because that's the way my abuela did it, and it impressed me so much as a child that I vowed to do it when I got older. Cover your tortillas with a towel and wait for the beep. It smells like home, is what this smells like. I forgot to salt it, but it's still good. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's beautiful. I'm just gonna shovel this in my mouth. Those pieces of beef are just so soft and just falling apart. The tomatoes are in here. Don't inhale. Whew. There's a trick I learned when I was a kid. If it's too spicy, you get a tortilla and some honey, but since I don't have honey, I'm gonna put a bunch of butter on one end of it. Everything calm down. Take your butter, put it on you so you make a little like taco out of that. And the butter adds another layer of fat. And it's so good. That green chili is super spicy, but it's perfect. Loosens up the sinuses. The beef. That's the star of the show right there. It just tastes like home. Like I'm having memories of being a kid. The broth is thick enough. I don't use flour in it. I didn't do that because one of my sisters was gluten-free. She was a celiac. You don't miss the flour. Some people put flour in it. Some people put corn in it. Whatever. Oh, that makes me happy. So 1-pan meal, super easy. You can do this in about an hour. New Mexico green chili. It's the best. Eat it. Super high in vitamin C. That was what they told us when we were kids. It's super high in vitamin C. It'll prevent you from getting sick. Yeah. Don't eat crappy food. Live intentionally. Eat intentionally. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm finishing all of this right now.